Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Monster Energy Supercross 4. So we are now in career mode in 250 East, and it's now time for Tampa, Florida for the Raymond James Stadium.
One of the top riders in Monster Energy Supercross. Listen to the roar of the fans packing the stadium.
So we had third pick on the grid today. I decided to go here right next to teammate Chase Sexton, waiting for the grids to drop, and they've dropped! Brilliant start! Better than brilliant, it's perfect! Awesome stuff on board the Honda, so we are on the Honda for the very first time. Qualifying went pretty well, although I had to leave it extremely late. It was very difficult to get this Honda cooking on all cylinders, cooking on gas if you will, but we get closer and closer to success. Can we do it this time on the Honda? We did well on the Yamaha in the futures part of the career mode. Now for the inside of Nichols onside. This Honda, brilliant bike. I'm really pleased with my choice. Of course, teammate to Chase Sexton, the world champion of the 250 East. So, of course, big boots to fill, big chutes to fit in. We've got to do everything we can. We've got to just race properly, race with confidence, race with style. We are the futures world champion, so there's no reason why we can't replicate that here, but turn it over into the 250 East champion. So, of course, on the eastern side, with teammate down, Chase Sexton down in 13th place. He's nowhere to be seen right now. Of course, we made a terrific start off the line, and we are still right behind Mr. Nichols in first place, doing everything we can. We've got 15 minutes or 14 minutes-ish remaining of this session. Not a bad start so far, and I'm pleased to say that as long as we're up there with the front runners and with the leaders, we should be okay. But, of course, we have seen in the past that do falter towards the end of the Grand Prix. So we just got to do what we can to stay focused, stay pushing forward, stay ace, if you will, as we now flick it to the right-hand side. Beautifully done so far. Do really love this track. It's difficult to go from the 450s in the main event class. Oh, my goodness. As we get bumpy there with Elgrath's there. Swall's back in there as well. Getting pushed into the Honda sign there. Be very careful of touching those sandbags. It is, it's death-defying if you go anywhere near those. You know if you're going to touch them, you're just going to crash. You just be really careful. Try and avoid them like the plague if you're going to do it. As Elgrath is behind us, as we're now up into second place. Things are not even calming down as of yet. There's still, tension is very, very high. Nichols is still in the lead. He looks quite comfortable for the time being, but he's not that far away from us. As long as we get the jumps correct and we don't make any mistakes, we should be absolutely fine in theory, as we get a good start there for this particular lap. Got another big jump as well. Nichols has gone off track. We have a chance to get into the lead battle in a minute. He's got a little bit wide there and really compromised the flow. So we now turn it right. You're touching the Kawasaki sign. That's not ideal. Get out of the way, Kawasaki's. I know my fans love the Kawasaki's, but still, those signs get in the way. We don't always touch the Honda ones. We don't always stop us somehow or another. So we now go over a big jump there. Beautifully done. Massive wad of dirt on the visor right now. We'll have to clean the goggles sooner or later. Pull off the old tear off, and that's a pretty good lap for us. So we are into the fastest section of the track here. Full acceleration. Going into the later and wider braking point there. Now over into the little sandy parts. Difficult part this one because the tyres get really bogged down inside of it. As we pull off the tear off, like the fifth one we've done already. Now over a couple of jumps here. It was sort of a mini tabletop section, if you will. But we did well to avoid these sort of jumps there. Pull back on the analog stick and really get the leap on the bike there. I'm finding with these ones you have to really push back on the analog stick to make it work. And, careful pushing forward on the analog stick when you return back to ground. Do be careful. Just got to be taking it steady, take it easy. 5 seconds ahead is Nichols, so it's not looking like we're going to get there just yet. But I'm very happy to say that the Grand Prix debut, we're currently running in second place after about 4 minutes of racing. That is superb. That is stupendous work from me. I'm really pleased with that one. Of course, Monster Energy Supercross is not my forte. I'd like to think I can hold my own, but it's still very difficult, as our teammate is demonstrating that right now, as he's down in 19th place. Really struggling as Chase Sexton right now. Hopefully he can sort of recompose himself and get back into the fight, or at least into the higher point scoring positions, because 19th is going to get him nothing. Not a piece. So we now go over a couple more bumps for the wider line. Now, I do tend to keep my lines very similar. I like how a lot of riders try and change the lines throughout the Grand Prix to try and change it up a little bit, and of course with the different sort of track information. Of course that's not actually in Monster Energy Supercross, it doesn't really work that way, but still, it's good to note. It's good to have in your arsenal, in your back pocket, Because if you do get shoved around a bit, or you do make a mistake, then you know you can sort of get back into the rhythm, back into the groove by taking a different line. But currently into third place. Shimoda did get ahead of us. Brilliant stuff from him so far, the Japanese rider. Do believe he's Japanese. Do apologise if he is of another Asian country. But for the time being, he will be Japanese, because that's all I remember. Now going right, he's got for the tighter line there, as you see. We went for the left-hand side of the track. Sticking it in, almost touched the Yamaha sign after just preaching earlier how we never do touch the Yamaha sign. 25 miles an hour exit there, going to 35, 45 miles an hour, getting into the jumps. Now we're ahead of Shinoda. Good stuff so far. He always get a back of us. Brilliantly done by Shimoda. Really good stuff. As we get a little bit of a jump. We sort of messed up the flow a little bit there, but by taking a different line, we still gathered enough speed. Kawasaki sign, be damned. He's just bumped into me again. So we get a bit of a jump. 7 seconds to the leader, 2 seconds to Shimoda. So probably not going to get any close. Oh, on board the Honda sign there. A little bit too close for comforts. Making too many mistakes here. Just a few more errors. And then with the 4th place finishes, and the people below will be right in our rear, and they'll be attacking us all the time. So we do have to be careful with that one. Another clean lap. Entering to turn 1. Navigated with perfection as we're going for the right, wider, tight line. Actually, it's the left line, if you will. Close enough to the Yamaha side. Trying to push the bike over to the middle, but thankfully it sort of responded quite well. Nichols, Shimoda is still your 2 top men in the race so far. Grant in 3rd place, of course, that is me. Hello. And now turn 4, I do believe this is. Speaking of 4, the guy in 4th place, Swole, is right behind us now as well. Smith's not far behind too. Swole gets ahead of us. Brilliant speed from him. A lot of confidence as we now get beaten by Smith as well. We can't afford to. Oh, he's bumped me wide as well. We're losing a lot of ground, losing a lot of time. Please don't fall backwards. This seems to be a bit of a theme with these Monster Energy videos. We start doing really well, we make a couple of mistakes, and then bang, we're back in the middle of the pack again. I don't want to be dropping down any further than 5th place. This has been a fantastic debut so far for the young man in from the young man in England. Going over the big jump. Chase Sexton still hasn't improved very much. He's up into 14th, but that's certainly not what you would expect from a world champion. So we go for the left-hand line again. You will see that often, probably see that for the next 8 minutes. And definitely we're going for that left-hand side of the track. I do prefer it. I do feel I get better drive, and I do feel it's just a better corner in general to take. I carry a lot more speed and I feel so much more comfortable. Of course, just carrying speed is not what I would define as just comfortability. Being comfortable is also just feeling and knowing the track and just being in your limits. And I do feel that's the case. And now being in your limits, you can use the change across. Oh, that was very close as we bumped into the Cooper tyre sign. And I was going to say, oh, we're close enough again to the Honda sign. But I was still trying to say is that being in your limits could then equal success by continuing to push forwards from that point. If you have a baseline, you will equally improve, as this is a stupendous lap. Oh my goodness, a 56.312. That is a brilliant lap. I'm really pleased with that one. I struggled in qualifying, as I said. Finally got things together towards the end, and I got 3rd place. So not bad, as we had a choice for the grid. We chose obviously in the middle. 6.312 is a stupendous lap. I'm very impressed with that one. My qualifying lap was not that quick, let me tell you. So to go even quicker in a race than qualifying, which I don't even feel like we did that great in this particular lap, as we got a bit of stutter there. Not ideal. I was hoping to not see the stutter again anymore. But unfortunately, Ride 4, MotoGP 20, and now Monster Energy Supercross suffers with the same fate. I think even MXGP 2020 suffered with the same issue. Not sure if MotoGP 21 is going to, but fingers crossed it does not. A little bit of an update for you. The 24th of April, this weekend, this Saturday coming, I will be doing a live stream at 8 PM GMT. So I do hope to see you there. We'll be doing the brand new MotoGP 21, which I cannot wait for. The excitement and the tension is palpable to start racing online and beating and racing and fighting with the aces. So definitely come and check me out on that one. I do hope to see you there. I'd love to see as many people as possible and get these live streams going, because I do adore the live streams and I love chatting to you guys. So it's a win-win, win-win for us all. As we now go right-hand side again, pushing backwards in log stick, completely butchered that one. But as long as we don't get reset, we're alright. Because of course when you get reset, oh my goodness, you might as well just go back to the main menus already. It's difficult to fight back from there as we go. Almost bumped into the Kawasaki sign again. As Smith is right on our tail now. We don't need Smith chasing us, harrowing us, and pushing us backwards. So we do everything we can. We had a little bit of a whip in that corner as well, just to try and help us with the angle of the bike. But I do love this bike, and I do love this track. This is a combination I am super pleased with so far. I'd love the Yamaha, but of course it wasn't an official bike, so it did lack a few things. But this Honda, so good. I'm really liking it so far. I see why Chase Sexton enjoys it too. There's Nichols, Shimoda, they're ahead, but they are ahead by quite a lot now. There's actually Shimoda's right on the rear tail of Nichols. So I don't think a podium finish that high up is going to be in our future, but I do believe a third place will be in our future if we can just try and fend off against Smith. I really don't need him to pinch it, because I think this debut, it's been superb so far, really good. I'm really pleased with it, really happy, and I really wouldn't want to lose the podium. Oh my goodness, we did lose the podium. Right on cue, and Smith goes down! Carnage for the Kawasaki man. Goodness me. Putting the heart in my mouth yet again. Surviving another onslaught, surviving another attack. Doing pretty well though, I've got to say. I don't think we're closing anyone down, but if we could just defend and just keep them away, keep them at bay, stop them from attacking us, we'll be alright. We'll certainly get by, we'll certainly get through. We just got to do everything we can in our power. Just give it everything. Everything, 110%, the whole kit and caboodle. Chuck everything at him, even the kitchen sink. And just try and defend with everything that happens. Smith is still there, actually. Of course, he crashed, but he's still not further enough to drop down the order to 5th or below. He's still happy in 4th place with a 6-second disadvantage behind us. Massive jump there. That was a huge leap. Because that might have jumped a little bit too much because we didn't get quite the same exit as we landed onto the incline of the next corner rather than the decline. As again, making a bit of a hash of this particular section. It's probably the toughest part of the track to get right, all this section here. But of course, it is somewhat of a difficult track. Easier than the Oakland one we did. That was very difficult. As Smith now gets ahead of us. Is that our podium charge ended? Has it come to an end already? I will be disappointed if it has. Be absolutely devastated, to be quite honest with you. So I'm going to have to do everything we can to get that back. I'm not impressed with Smith trying to dethrone us of a podium. As Chase Sex now at teammates down into 11th place. He hasn't really made the head start that we thought he would. Of course, being the world champion with the target on his back. Young, eager teammate as well. Thought he would have done better than that so far. I think he must have had a mistake or something must have gone wrong for him in this Grand Prix. Because nothing has materialised for him so far. The Shimoda has actually taken over at the front here. I forgot to mention that. He's up by 15 seconds compared to us and 7 seconds over Nichols in 2nd place. So that is phenomenal. Really good stuff from the Japanese rider. Over the small section, Jordan Smith is right on our reel again. Oh my goodness, Jordan Smith right on cue, gets ahead of us. Teammates to Shimoda, I do believe, on the Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Oh, big mistake there as we completely butchered that one. Big mistake. Not ideal from us. Got to get better in those particular corners when we're facing adversity. We need to spit in the face of adversity and fight back and show them what we mean business. Show them that we can fight with the best of them, including you, Jordan Smith. As we now go into the right-hander. Beautifully done over the sort of berm there. I love that sort of style of corner. So good when you just chuck it in and just glide around it. It's beautiful. So good. As we now get closer and closer to the end of this Grand Prix. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the main event of Monster Energy Supercross 250 East here in the Raymond James Stadium of Tampa, Florida. I'm really pleased with this one, I've got to say. Probably one of my favourite ones we've done so far. The Arlington track is next as well, actually. And of course, I think I mentioned last time, and I mentioned in the live stream, I do enjoy the Grand Prix or the main event of Arlington, Texas. So I can't wait for that one. I'd like to go there on a high, let me tell you. So we'll see how we get on, of course. But I'm going to be giving everything we've got here as this Grand Prix is coming to a close. As we have a minute remaining. Chase Sexton did finally manage to get himself up in the top 10. But that is not what you'd expect from him. Definitely not. Outshined by his teammate, the young upstart. Pleased to see. I'm obviously pleased for us right now. But I don't think Chase Sexton's going to be too pleased with that one. Not at all. Not impressed one bit. Not one iota. But we are carrying a lot of speed now. We're doing better all the time. As Nichols is ahead of us. Joe Shimoda is still leading this Grand Prix, but for how long? I think Nichols is not probably close enough to catch him. But we'll soon see as this race progresses. The yellow flag's ahead of us. Oh, Nichols has gone down. Oh, Nichols has gone down again. 2nd place is on the cards. Second place is on the table for us. Beautifully done. Up into second place. We're carrying a lot of speed. We have the momentum. Perfect drive. Perfect landing for the jump. Good. I thought it was perfect, but thanks game anyway for the vote of confidence. Over the big jump now. Into the berm of the left-hander. 15 seconds separate us and Joe Shimoda. That's fine. We're not really interested in trying to chase for the win. But I do feel like we've got great potential right now. There's a couple of back markers ahead of us as well. Oh, I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go for it. We have a lot of momentum on our side right now. And he's right there. Oh, disappointment, actually. That is one of the back markers. I thought that was Joe Shimoda. Now I've realised that it's a back marker. Maybe we should just let go a little bit. Not push as much. But we're still carrying a lot of speeds, and we want to make sure we maintain second place as Nichols is right behind us. Let's not go too crazy here. Let's focus on the task at hand. We don't need to do too much. Just focus on the task at hand. Just focus on it. Focus. We're touching the Monster Energy sign just a moment ago. Oh, the Honda sign! No! We're now going to lose the podium on the final lap. What a mistake. Absolute buffoon of a move there. Oh, Elrath, Jordan Smith, everyone's getting involved. We have to do everything we can here to stop them from fighting and to get in between two riders there. No, I can't believe this. We cannot butcher the podium like that. Up into fourth place, fighting back. We have to get past Jordan Smith. We have to. I need that podium. I want the debut to be great. Make the debut better. Get back on the podium. There's the back marker. The blue flag should be showing for the back marker, but he's obviously ignoring him. He's not arsed. But we are. We're certainly bothered about it. He needs to move out the way. Oh, he's gone totally wide. We can get through on him. Yes! Back into third place, of course. We're still holding third place, regardless of the back marker. Over the crest here, a little bit of a jump. That is good. Navigated that pretty well. Flick it to the right. On the final lap here, the hooter hooted. The sound has gone off. Winner is Joe Shimoda. That's without question. Nichols into second place. Oh, we messed it up a little bit here. We're getting closer and closer. Come on, fight back, fight back. Yes! Over the tabletop section, and yes, we do take a valiant third place. So guys, that concludes our main event of the Raymond James Stadium. Joe Shimoda wins, Colt Nichols second, Grant third, Jordan Smith just barely missed out on fourth, and Garrett Marchbanks was also there trying to fight for the podium positions. So of course it's not hard to work out what the championship standings are right now. It's pretty much the same as what it was just a moment ago. So upon that note guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, hopefully as much as I did. Like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note guys, thanks for watching and ciao for now.
Those three rode the wheels off their machines. We have a tremendous championship fight brewing.
Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.